You know, I remember when I first started this YouTube channel, and one of the very first retro reviews was House. And one of the things I remember saying, I think in the review, but one of the things I feel about this movie is that, man, cats are real assholes. And then you have a movie like Keanu, which makes me go, I want a kitten! Keanu is the first feature film from comedy duo Key and Peele, and tells the story of Peele adopting this little baby kitten that gets kidnapped by a gang. So Key and Peele have to infiltrate that gang, go on a drug run, and hopefully try and get the cat back. And basically it amounts to a pretty standard action comedy. Now Key and Peele are two guys that I think are really funny. I never watched their comedy sketch show a lot, but I have seen a few bits with them, and I've seen them appear on other shows. And they're really funny. I think both of these guys are really talented. Key is my favorite of the two. And for their first feature film, I'm thinking, you know what? Let's see how this goes. I've seen some comedy duos that have tried to work into film that don't really do so well, like the guys who did Miss March. I hate that movie. But Key and Peele do make me laugh, and the concept for this movie, Keanu, does make me chuckle a bit because it sounds so ludicrous. And it's a good movie. I don't think it's really laugh out loud funny at all, but it does have its great moments. And I think the thing that holds the movie together is the dynamic between Key and Peele. Obviously, they've done a lot of other projects together, so their chemistry and dynamic really works in this movie, and usually when the two leads have good chemistry, they can carry most of the movie. And there are a lot of funny moments in this movie, and I think the funnier moments come from Key, because he is supposed to be your average family man. He's a father, he's a husband, and he's put in these situations that really take him out of his comfort zone, and to see him react and try to blend in as if he does it every day is funny. Because there are many moments in this movie where he just has that look like, what am I even doing here? Another thing I really like, and I mentioned this before in the intro, is that this is probably the cutest kitten on earth. Like, everybody says that, but it's really true. It makes you want a kitten of your own, and it's just so adorable. But one thing that I find really funny when I was doing research for this review is that Key is actually allergic to cats. So I find it funny that these two guys make a movie about saving a cat when one of them is actually allergic to cats. One of the things that hurts this movie, unfortunately, and this is kind of a big thing, is that it feels more like a sketch that you'd see on TV. I mean, while it is funny, the plot of the movie really does feel more like TV material, and to be honest, isn't something that could hold a feature film. The ending is a little bit of a cop-out. As the movie progresses and they get near the end, it's almost like they kind of, not really gonna say what happens, but they just kind of lost creativity, and just like, oh, screw it, we gotta end this somehow. And one thing, okay, this is a little nitpick. There are several parts in the movie that are shot in New Orleans, but the movie's supposed to take place in LA, and there are other handful of stuff that are shot in LA. The parts that aren't shot in LA are so obvious. Like, you could tell when they went out of the state to film, because the areas that they're in, they're supposed to be a different part of LA, looks nothing like LA. In fact, it doesn't even look like any part in California. I don't know, I think that's more of a problem with the production design, and I know it's weird that I'm talking about production design in a movie like Keanu, but being an LA native, it just weirded me out that they jumped from another state to LA, and it's weird. It's weird, and I didn't like it. But getting back to Keanu, I think on the whole, it is an enjoyable movie. The two leads have enough chemistry that they can help carry most of the movie, even if the ending is a bit of a cop-out. But this is more something that you really shouldn't pay, like, a movie ticket to see. I mean, it's a good movie, but it's not great. If you want to see this in the theater, then go for it. If you look at the plot and like, that's kind of stupid, but you're curious about seeing it, I'd recommend waiting till it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray, because this is really not a movie that's worth paying to see in the theater. But I'm not saying watch at your own risk, because I legitimately think the movie is good. So I can somewhat recommend it, just not a theater recommendation. And that's my review for Keanu. I hope you enjoyed this review. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about the movie, if and when you see it. Like, comment, subscribe, share me with your friends. Don't forget to check out my official website. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, Periscope, and Riff.tv. This is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there's only one.